From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
Go 58's the Mike. Watch the slats. Watch the slat.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Dancing to and a big loss here as he's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. Check 56. Silver.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And some space here. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go. Watch the ship.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Strip that ball.
From the 44, Brissett. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. Now, on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run here with Mack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd down and goal. Brissett, and he's got it. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? The ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
And his kick here is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. Well, the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Now this time Mahomes will throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Brissett to throw on 1st. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Hey, 57, 57.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. And again, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
58, right? Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and 10 at the 15. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. First and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jacoby Myers there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for...
And that's caught by Landry for a Patriots touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 40 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now Cohen. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Mahomes to throw. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Throwing is Mahomes on third. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
56. Go. Let's go, D. Check.
It's third and long for Brissett. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again, Brissett on second and 10. Throw complete there, Rodgers. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
Watch it slack.
Play action now, Brissett. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over first and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run on second down with Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tariq Cohen, 42 yards. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Brissett now. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. To throw, Brissett. That's caught by Hollister. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Hines. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 53 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show, because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They try again with Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Brissett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that in? Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Ben Banagoo in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. On second down, it's Cohen, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 4-3.
This is Hines. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not.
That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 55 yards. First down, a run with Cohen. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And that's caught by Landry for a New England touchdown. Jarvis Landry, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Hines. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here's Brissett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Brissett sets to throw it. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let's get second lunch.
Now Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Tariq Cohen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. Now Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First and goal, Indianapolis.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Brissett. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Patriots, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.